Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I will be creating the Espoo internal bus line 111, which runs from Teekkarikylä near Tapiola or in Otaniemi all the way to Matinkylä in western Espoo. As usual, when establishing new routes in areas where there previously is no traffic or very little traffic has been created, the videos will be pretty long, so I expect that I will have to babble for quite some time before this line is finished. Now, we will start, like I said, from Teekkarikylä, and we will start by building a stop here, and this will be the terminus of the line. There will also be a nice loop in the roundabout just north of it, so that thing will be easily handled. And let's loop it. And there. One end of the line is now ready, but this is only the start, as you probably understand. The following stop is the bus stop at Aalto-yliopisto. This is quite a big distance without any stops. I wonder why it's being created this way, but that's the thing, or that's just the way it is. So let's cross lines with the railroad track. We will have to play with the signals a bit, even in here, to avoid collisions. There. And then we will just build the road all the way to Teknologiakylä. There we go. Yes. And then let's see where it will go next, because there is the Aalto-yliopisto stop, and then there is the Vuorimies stop, and then there is actually the Innopoli stop. So now I will build the tracks so far, and I will create the line, and then let's see how far I can follow existing lines. There we go. So starting from Teekkarikylä and then stopping at Aalto-yliopisto and at Vuorimies and at, oops, where is it going right now? And then at Innopoli. But then we'll head our own ways, actually, I think, because this line is, yeah, that's right. From Innopoli we will turn left to Kalevan Vainio. Kaleva Engen, which is right over here. So now we're in northern Tapiola. after Kalevanvainio, the following stop is... Oh, we turn northwards. Okay. Keijuniitty. Älvängen. It's located around here. That's it. And after Keijuniitty, it will stop at Raudunkulma. Rauthörnan, which is a one-way stop in real life, but we don't live the real life here, so double it is. And then the following stop is pretty shortly afterwards at Rauduntie Rautusvägen. Then the following stop is Takojantie, Smidarvägen, Oh, that was quite a mistake. I wasn't supposed to go just there yet. We will get back there later on. There we go. So now we're at Takojantie. There is also one-way stop somewhere over here, but you know, let's get to that later on. After Takojantie, we will then stop at Pohjan Tori, which is called Nordtorget, and it's located right by the shopping center here, or not a shopping center, but rather a sort of regional mall. Oops. And from Pohjantori, we'll move on to Kaskenkaataja, Svedjefällaren, and that's located right here. From Kaskenkaataja, we will move on to VG-talo. That's a very nice museum here in Espoo. And the stop is located right after the roundabout, or on both sides of the roundabout, but I will create them as single stops. And I will also skip the roundabout because I'm a lazy person. Oops. Okay, we're now at VG-talo, and you can already see where this is going to. Then the following stop is at the Pohjantie, Nordvägen. And then the following stop is at Tapiola, and this is the Tapiola Central Traffic Terminal, which is located right above the metro station. And this will really be a busy hub for buses later on. But that is later on. This is the first line, which has the honor of stopping there. And this is actually the idea of the lines, bus lines in Espoo, that they kind of stop at metro stations and pick up passengers and then transport them further in life. After Tapiola, the following stop is called Sateentie, and that is Regnvägen, of course. Okay, this roundabout I may have to create in real life because it's so large. Wait a second, what happened there? Like that. I will also push that road over there and not there. Okay, this won't do. Like that. And then the signals. Right. After Satentie, the following stop is at Tapiolan silta. Tapiola Broon, and it's just before the bridge. Over here. Then let's see what comes next. But at least I'm now building the connection to the existing lines. And after Tapionsilta. Let me see. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Because we're not going to West Endinasema. Oh no. Instead, we're taking the coastal route. Fascinating. And after Kuninkaan Satama, the bus will then stop at Kuninkaanlahti, Konungsviken. Oops. Liinasaaren tie. It's the following stop, Linholmsveien. Over here. Hiiralankaari. Hirbölebågen. This is also a one-way stop, but who cares? After Hiiralankaari, the bus will stop at Mäenrinne, Backliden, there we go. And after Backliden, it will then stop at Alalinnake. So it will actually join the previously created line 105. And this is once again where we'll build the tracks and move on back to the lines, because we come from here and from here and from here and there and there and then to Alalinnake. And then let's see what will happen next. So it's Linnake, Toppelund and Melstenintie. It will basically run this same loop as number 105. But then it will probably turn left over there. That is right. Let me find it on the second map. So Hauenkulma Gedhörnet is the first stop over here. There we go. Then let's just move the signals a bit to better places. That's it. So that's Hauenkulma. Now we're on our own again. And that's Matinkylä, which is the final destination. So we're not very far from it, are we? After Hauenkulma comes Hauenkallio, Gedberget, which is also a one-way stop. We don't care about it at the moment. Eventually, I will probably create around half of the one-way stops. Then after Hauenkallio comes Telamäentie, and that in Swedish is Kavelbakkavägen. That will be located in here. And after Telemäentie, the line will stop at Iirislahti, Iirisvik. Where is that? Okay, we will need a bridge over there. Let's give it a bridge then. And then we will stop at the Matinkallio, Mattberget. Then we will stop at a stop called Nelikko, Fjärdingen. And then one of the busiest hubs in the on this map, the Matinkylä metro station, which basically dictates a lot of the traffic westwards. And there is the stop at Matinkylä, but that's not the last stop at Matinkylä, because there is also an internal terminal here, and I will do this trick in two parts, because in reality the loop goes the other way around. But if I do the loop the right way, everything will be blocked. Absolutely everything will be blocked. And that's why I will create it so that there will be, there will be no sort of conflicting turns, or there shouldn't be any conflicting turns, let's put it that way. In reality, this loop goes the other way around, so that you will first kind of cross the exit crossing and then turn right. I want the buses to turn right to the exit crossing and then turn left after it. Because this has been one of the stations which, oops, definitely not like that. Has been one of the stations which has caused me trouble in the previous save, because there are so many buses originating from here. So that's why I want to play it safe this time. And make the right turn, oops, make the right turn here. And the left turn in there, where there should not be. I repeat, there should not be any buses turning from here. I can't remember it though, because there may have been. Oh, well, there will be. Sorry about that. There will be. But that will probably and hopefully not be an issue, because there won't be very many of them. So that is it. The line is completed. And let's see where I was with it. Yes, I was here. So then we will turn left over there and just finish this trip to Matinkylä. Excellent. And I will of course hope that this line will bring me loads of new passengers and loads of wealth and loads of wisdom and all the other beautiful things. What am I talking about? This makes absolutely no sense. This line will bring me nothing but joy, which comes from creating it in the first place. So all the joy the line is bringing me is actually over in a couple of minutes once I have bought the last bus to run on this line. And then we will move on to new challenges and forget all about line 111. So that. There. Line complete and line in passenger service. The line is operated daily. Okay. It's not operated at the moment. It's operated every 15 minutes. Around every 15 minutes. So we will go and find ourselves a bus. Copy that. Clone that. And send this poor little thing to run the line 101. No, 111. It takes around 1.5 hours, so we're gonna need a couple of more. That's 45 minutes now. Are you actually gonna tell me I'm gonna need 6 buses in order to complete this line? Well, obviously you are. And that's it. 15 minutes interval, line created, everything in working order, hopefully. And I will return tomorrow with a nice new video. Until then, bye!